Hello everyone, it's Nootan Deep and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to just tell you something related to storytelling. What is storytelling is all about? Storytelling is nothing just to share or narrating things in your words. When you heard something from somebody's mouth, when you listen something from somebody's mouth, uh, any sort of matter, after listening that and you are telling the same thing to other person in your words, this is called storytelling. Apart from this, when you watch something, let's assume that you have watched a movie. After watching the movie, if somebody asks you that do you know what is the story of that particular so called movie, and you say, oh yeah, I watched that movie and I'll let you know. And you say all the things, all the things about that movie in your words. When you do so, when you talk about that story in your words, you explain about that movie in your words, that is called storytelling. And besides this, one thing can be done here. One more thing, which is when you read something out loud, a story, when you are reading in you are reading that out loud, and when you read that, something is going in your mind. What it is nothing, just a picturization. It's it's our subconscious mind. Whenever we read something out loud, whenever we watch something, whenever we heard something in a story form, anything, our mind form pictures, and we learn pictures so easily. It works subconsciously. Okay, so when we read something out loud, it's just enacting in our mind in a picturization form. And when we think like this, when we read something like a story we are reading, there's a picturization is going on in our mind. Okay, and when this sort of things does happen, that this means we have so much familiar with that particular thing, and when somebody asks about that thing, we can so easily explain that thing. And it is all about storytelling. So storytelling is nothing, just to narrate the things in your words in a short form. This is called storytelling, and it definitely going to enhance your speaking skills if you do so. When you do storytelling to yourself, if you are not having a partner to talk with in English, and you are alone at home, you can do so. You can do a storytelling. Just download any sort of app, English stories app, and then read some stories that interest you in that app. And when you do so, somewhere, maybe somewhere you understand that story, maybe you are not understanding that story at once. And this will definitely going to happen if you have a little bit grammar knowledge or vocabularies knowledge. Then you must understand that story at once, and if you are not being able to understand that story at once, then read it again out loud, two times, three times, you have to do so. When you do so like this, meaning you are reading that so called story three or four times, definitely you are going to understand that story. And if you are not finding some words meaning, then google it and just get that words meaning. Okay, and try to understand that story. And when you are reading that story, something is going in your mind, which is subconsciously you are thinking in a picturization form. Okay, this is happening automatically. So, and it does happen with everyone else's. Okay, so when you do so, you are reading something out loud, and that picturization is going into your mind, and you are just taking interest and trying to read that story out loud. So when you read that story, after having read that story, you have to say something about that story in your words, in your way. And there is a condition, which is you have to tell all the things about that story in English. This is the main thing. Okay, anyone can do so. Narrating the story in own words, it's so easy, but you have to just train your mind to think in English. Maybe you are not being able to do so, you can do the translation formation. Okay, you have to translate all the things from your mother tongue into English, and then you have to talk about that so called story in your form. Okay, in your way and in short form. Okay, and that summary you have to tell about all the things in English. And when you do so, somewhere you are doing a storytelling, and exactly that time you are doing a storytelling. So this is all about the storytelling. You can choose any way, like you can read something out loud, and you can watch a movie, a cartoon movie which interests you. Okay, or uh, you can just get into the gossips that your friends or anyone is doing, and then you have to just store that gossips in your mind, and you have to tell somebody else about that gossip, but in English. The condition is that you have to tell all the things in English, and that will somewhere going to enhance your speaking skills. Maybe you are not finding out that person to whom I have to gossip, say the all the gossipings in English, because you feel somewhere so much uncomfortable. Maybe you are not so comfortable to talk with somebody in English and talk about the gossips in English. Then what to do? The next thing is that you have to talk all the things to yourself. Whatever you have listened from somebody's mouth, you have to tell all the things in English in front of your phone's camera, and just get yourself recorded. This is the only way. That's how you can enhance your speaking skills. That's how you can do the storytelling. Whatever story that interests you, you have to do this sort of things while enhancing your speaking skills. You have to choose some of the way to do your storytelling, because all the things is just being run subconsciously in a picturization form in your mind. So you have to decide what you actually want to do it or not, and just take it seriously and try to do storytelling. And I'm also going to do so, because somewhere it's going to enhance my speaking skills also, and I'm going to choose one of the options that I have given to you. So this will definitely going to intensify my way of speaking. So this is all for today. Hope you like this video. Thank you so much.